Okay, I want to answer this question on video because I really want to think through it. Okay, the question is, what about this feels unsafe? So, what about creating video and allowing myself to be seen and heard feels unsafe to me? And what feels unsafe is that I feel like I'm going to be judged. I don't know where this is going. Who do I think I am? And then I have these moments where I freeze and I just blank. I don't want to use a script. I really want to speak from my heart. And my real problem is allowing myself to be seen in my power. I always thought it was I'm just afraid to be seen, but that's not it. I'm afraid to be seen in my power and in my authority. And I wanted to share one key reframe that's really helping me step through this fear. And that's before I forget. And that is, so the freeze response for me, like before I go and touch the record button, I start to sweat. Sometimes my hands get clammy. My hands do some crazy thing and I blank. And so the key reframe was that taking those sensations and allowing myself to think of it as power rising. So instead of thinking, oh, the freeze is coming on, I'm gonna blank, and just allowing myself to really ground, like metaphorically ground in my power and allow myself to believe that this is actually excitement. This is actually a portal to helping people. This is it. So my first business, I bought a laundromat in 2009. And so since 2009, I've been talking about, and I'll make videos here and there, but I just can't seem to be I wasn't understanding why I wasn't being consistent. And what I realized is that over the years, I've lied to myself. And I feel like I've lied to others, but I've been misunderstood my whole life. And because of my lack of self esteem, I feel like I allow people to misunderstand me because I've never actually clearly defined me, my voice. Who am I really? Right? I was one person in my 20s and 30s, and now in my 40s with three kids, I feel like I'm somebody complete. I don't recognize myself. And so I want to get through this because I really do want to create content. I really do want to write a book. There's so many things I want to do, and it involves expression. It involves grounding in your power and allowing your voice to be expressed, right? Allowing yourself to be seen in a way where you radiate power, where you radiate confidence, but it's because it comes from within. And so the way I'm creating, so for me, safety is the strategy. I strategize with AI, I strategize with other people, and I have strategies coming out of my ears. What I don't seem to have is safety and self trust. And so I want to model for my kids. I want them to just say what they mean. I was raised to keep other people's emotions. I have to walk on glass, so bend over backwards for other people's emotions and never my own. And I feel like, God, that's got to change. And now I'm forgetting what I'm saying, how I'm creating safety and self trust. So the self trust, I'm doing micro actions and I have a little rainbow tracker and I color it in every time I do. The first 30 days that I did were really life changing. It was like I printed out the tracker and I put it up on my wall. And so whenever I completed a micro action, I colored in the thing. And it was really, it was, I don't know, it was intrinsically motivating. I didn't have to remember to do it. I wanted to do it because I saw the colors coming into the rainbow tracker and it felt fulfilling. And then the other thing I need to do is establish safety within myself, right? And so I was thinking, how do I establish safety? And I'm like, I have no idea, but that's not true. So I'm just going to share a couple. I wrote a blog post about, I think, all 15, but these really moved the needle for me. What works for me is humming. The other thing that works for me is trusting my voice and my intuition. And the way I got myself to trust my voice was I started speaking for 10 minutes a day out loud. I happen to have a thing that gives me context on the first 30 days of what I did, and I recorded every day. And the more I speak out loud, the more comfortable I feel voicing my opinions or just speaking, articulating. So that 10 minutes a day and an intuition. So I ground my energy. I want to say daily, but yeah, I do have 3 kids, but they are in school during the day. But I am very intentional about metaphorically grounding, clearing, and activating my energy center. I haven't been doing it for a couple of days now because I have been feeling so. I've been avoiding creating video, and repressed emotion, I feel, is really bad. And especially when you're not settled in your career, at least for me, I feel like I'm not settled in my career. I don't know. I have an idea now, but I'm not actually taking steps towards it. And that changes today because I decided, right? And I want to share what's working for me because I've been struggling with the fear of visibility for so long that I'm hoping that my resonance does the distribution because I'm going to create content and I'm going to make this a media company. I want to do it in a way that's valued. I want to do it in a way that's values based, right? That aligns with my heart and my bank account. I want to be a healed and present mom. And I'm tired of caring what other people think. And so I wanted to do something on video today, and that's it. And so, how do I create safety? The last way I create safety is by allowing myself expression. Thanks for watching. I would be, man, okay, I can't handle like this. I can't. Okay, let me just. I think expression can be safe and can be fun and can be effortless. And it's going to take some practice. And this isn't perfect, but it's done. So ask yourself, how do you create safety? And what can you do to decide to take one step forward to walk towards your dreams to make them a reality? Thank you for the honor of your time. I'll see you soon.